All right, guys, let's talk about now this Spider-Man and Venom situation. So, recapping what's been happening the last couple of days, Venom the Last Dance, the trailer came out, and I'm going to bookmark this cuz we're going to talk about that in a sec. Yeah, there was this UFC promo. I'm not really going to watch that. You guys can watch that if you want. But what we have here is the introduction of Knull, right? And we're all wondering, like, okay, is this going to be a one and done? Or is this actually going to lead into Spider-Man 4? And even the people thinking it'll lead into Spider-Man 4 are like, yeah, but it won't be that huge. It probably won't actually happen. You know, Sony, they'll fumble it. Well, we did have the Cosmic Circus, who, again, I was just saying is a reliable source. And they posted an article where they talk about what I heard about Spider-Man 4, Venom, and Knull. So again, take it as a rumor, but take it as a rumor from a reliable source. And basically what they're saying here is that, yes, at one point, Spider-Man 4, where it says here, was supposed to be something of a street-level story with Daredevil and Kingpin, but then the movie got changed to a multiverse adventure. And I was like, damn, man. So it was going to do that. And I think at one point, they say here in the article, let me see if I can pull it up before he talks about all that. These were some of the possible villains that he was hearing. New villains were like Maja, Mr. Negative, Spencer Smith, as well as a revamped McDonald, Matt Gargan, Scorpion, Aaron Davis, which no brainer to bring Aaron Davis in live action after Donald Glover played him in the as the Prowler in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. But no, we're going to have to wait a bit longer. So if the street level story is pushed back, what takes place? This is then what we're hearing. Recently, I heard the upcoming Spider-Man might pit Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Tom Hardy's Venom together with Venom the Last Dance, setting up the interaction. By the end of Venom the Last Dance, we may see Eddie Brock cross over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe again, with some sources indicating that the recent reshoots of New York, Venom the Last Dance, has to do with that, but that remains unconfirmed for now. Don't forget, it was a couple of weeks ago, we saw they were doing reshoots with Tom Hardy in New York City, filming some extra stuff. And then also Tom Holland is now doing secret work where he was caught at the offices of Amy Pascal. Sony, you are not slick. These are not leaks. These are not accidents. They want us to know all this. They do. And then it says here, not only that, but I'm hearing that the potential villain for the film would be Knull. He is seeking to enshroud the entire multiverse in his darkness following its discovery. It's important to note that Venom symbiote is currently in two different universes, the Sonyverse and the MCU verse, because at the end of No Way Home, we did see that little drop of the symbiote. The link may spark Knull to seek out Venom in 616 and be on a mission to engulf the multiverse in darkness. Maybe that's how it works, guys, because we saw the little drop of, let's see here, symbiote, No Way Home. The little drop of the symbiote in No Way Home that was on the table right there, and it was left behind by Venom, right? With the hive mind, now Knull, connected to the hive mind of the symbiotes, knows, whoa, one of my symbiotes just went from this universe to another universe. There's a multiverse? I must conquer it. Typical comic book writing of the sort, right? And again, I know many people are still like trying to do their history and learn about Knull. This guy, from those things I've been reading up on him, because now I'm trying to catch up on the character myself, he was alive before the existence of the world. He was around during Celestials. He killed Celestials. He is so powerful that like Venom had to like fuse himself with Mjolnir and all this other stuff. This guy is a Thanos Avengers level threat. Like he cannot be beaten all on his own. He is one of the most powerful MCU people. And if you do him right, he could be pretty badass. He is not played by Norman Reedus, by the way. Those rumors are false, and they were just started by a parody account, but everyone believed it. Okay, now again, going back to reality, because us Spider-Man fans, we love to speculate. We love to think Sony can pull off and do these crazy things. There is still a part in my gut where I am like, it's not going to happen. This is all just wishful thinking. This is all of us just getting a little overhyped. And this little scene from the trailers is probably going to be the only parts of Knull we'll actually see in the Venom movie. Well, we just got a news report from the creator of Knull, and he makes it sound like Sony is going all out. So let me pull up this. Let me see, make sure if I bookmarked it. Okay. So we have Donnie Coates, who I'm just gonna pull up his own account. This is the guy who who created Knull and wrote the comic book and rewrote the origin for the symbiote and whatnot. Here he is, and he literally let us know this. He said here, I've been talking with Sony and I read a script for Venom the Last Dance. And I'll say this, it is so much bigger and so much more ambitious than you can imagine. And Knull, holy, that's how you treat a king. Happy birthday to me. Again, this is from the creator of the comic. And the comic is also only like 10 years old, which is crazy that Sony is doing this with a 10-year-old character. He has read the script. He knows the plan Sony has for Knull, and he's saying it is way more ambitious and crazier than and bigger than we can imagine. Guys, I think that is all the confirmation I need. Knull is definitely then going to be the villain or bigger threat for Spider-Man 4, and they are going to do basically what Deadpool and Wolverine did and give us a Venom and Spider-Man team-up movie. They'll probably fight for like the first half of the movie, right? That's just going to happen, just the way Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire had a little fight in Ned's grandma's kitchen or whatever, where they like fought for like 2 seconds. We're going to see them fight for like 5 minutes, and then they'll be like, wait, you're trying to stop a threat? Let me help you. And then they'll team up and be buds again. The typical BS. It is so insane how I can be excited for this possibility and also just annoyed and pissed off as a Spider-Man fan, because this is all just so crazy, haphazard, and messy. Venom and Spider-Man do not need to be bros teaming up, fist bumping, fighting bigger threats. They are villains to one another. They should be fighting and having a cool movie about that, man. That's the Spider-Man purist in me talking, but whatever. I'm trying to keep an open mind here, because they have not built up Venom to be a bad guy in his movies. Whether Venom 1, Venom 2, and now Venom the Last Dance, Venom is a hero in his universe, and he's going to continue being a hero, trying to stop the multiverse from collapsing and saving Peter Parker, the 10-year-old that maybe's in the movie and all this stuff. It's just a little annoying the way Sony just puts this stuff together, right? But could it be cool? I mean, I want to see it. Knull could be awesome. And even more if they do bring in, let's see, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, because the possibility of having them in black suits, all three of them fighting this bigger threat, dude, that would be wild. Look at, like, this image has been around for like 7-8 years. People have been dying for Andrew Garfield to put on that black suit, get a little symbiote action, and Tobey Maguire already has a history of the black suit. It'd be so interesting for him to tell his friends, you don't want to put that suit on. It's bad news. Don't do it, guys, or I'm going to have to fight you. And, you know, something like that could happen. But again, this is all like crazy fan fiction. That's what Sony has basically done with their universe, is created crazy fan fiction. This is like also addressing the other problem I have with Sony doing this. They're starting to turn Spider-Man into a completely different character. I don't mind the multiverse elements like the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales and his animated movies, which are done very well because story goes first above the cameos in that movie and all that. But it's like Tom Holland has not had a proper movie in New York City with a classic street level problem and stuff. It's the thing that made Spider-Man relatable and likable. He's just a guy trying to pay his bills, trying to keep his love life together, and still trying to save the city as his responsibility. Now, all this time going to London, fighting a purple guy in space, meeting multiverse counterparts, and now having to fight this universal null threat. This Spider-Man is everything but street level grounded and and relatable. You know what I mean? And so that kind of sucks that Sony is taking away that special element of Tom Holland's Spider-Man in favor of this, but I can't blame them because the numbers are there. Uh, no Way Home almost made $2 billion in the pandemic. You put in three Spider-Men in black suits with Venom and Knull. I know it's not possible, but you got a $3 billion movie right there, Sony. And we're going to eat it up like crazy. So, yeah, guys, that's what it's looking like it's going to happen. Hopefully, the director of Shang-Chi can still make this work. I actually have faith he could. He's probably going to make it really cool. But hearing the creator of Knull and knowing that he's talking to Sony, working with them, probably telling them what they need to know, because Sony has been doing a mess right now, and they know it with Morbius and Madam Web flopping. Hearing him say it's so much bigger and more ambitious, that also lets me know Knull then isn't one and done in Venom: The Last Dance, because I still don't think Knull is fighting Venom at the end of the third Venom movie. Knull's not popping up out of nowhere and tussling with him. I don't think Knull is even showing up. He's just going to be a post-credit scene, and it's going to lead into Spider-Man 4. Maybe that's where we have it happen. But this is it's not true. Norman Reedus is not Knull. Stop believing it. It was a fake report, guys. So yeah, guys. He also talked about Carnage. Where did he talk about Carnage? Did he mention Carnage? I didn't see that. Let me see. Um. I didn't see anything that a new trailer Venom Knull Thousand Screams. I didn't see a thing of that, but yeah, dude, he knows. He knows. It's happening, man. I still don't know. I still don't know if I'm happy with it. I want to hear what you guys are saying. It's Nolan time. Norman Reedus' Aunt May. Yes, how could we forget? How could we forget? What's up, Chris? What's up? What's up? Let's see here. The red monster is dead. I am Knull. 10 inches of venom. Okay. Yeah, great feedback, guys. Great feedback. So we'll see what happens. But that's what's happening. And it looks like it might be real, y'all. Looks like it might be real.